Hello, thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to try to make a pie that to my American ear sounds like one of the most aggressively British things I have ever heard, the Banoffee Pie. I had no idea what that word meant, what flavor profile it could be. Apparently it's banana and toffee, which again sounds aggressively British as a flavor profile. I'm really interested to try it. The main banana dessert that I've ever had in my life is banana pudding, but I don't know how that translates to Britain at all. Banana custard, I guess, possibly, although if you grew up with banana pudding, it is well regarded, sort of a sacred thing. But I wanted to try Banoffee Pie, and I got this cookbook, the Mary Berry Complete Cookbook, highly recommended by a lot of commenters for me to get this cookbook. And I recognize this lady. I remember her from early seasons of the British baking show. She was a judge, and sometimes I'm kind of unsure about celebrity chefs, whether their recipes are like genuine recipes, or if they're just, celebrity chef frou-free, puffery, froofy, weirdo recipes. Sometimes the chefs try to get fancy when they don't need to. So I'm hoping that this lady steers me correctly. This is the US version of this cookbook, so it does use American ingredients, so hopefully it will work well with what I have. But let's get into making the Banoffee pie, and I'm excited to try it. So I have a tin here that I have sprayed with pan spray and put some parchment paper in it. I have 6 ounces of melted butter, and I have 6 ounces of graham cracker crumbs. I just bought the pre-made box of crumbs instead of buying graham crackers and crumbing them. So what I need to do is just combine the butter and the crumbs, mishmoosh them together. I'm just gonna use my little metal measuring cup to smash it into place really well. Okie dokie, pig and a pokey. I got it all smash-a-root in there. I'm gonna put this in the ice box to chill down while I'm making the filling. Okay, next in a saucepan here, I'm combining another 6 tablespoons of butter, 3 ounces of light brown sugar. I'm gonna turn this onto a low heat and melt it down. Easy peasy so far. I got the butter and the sugar melted into a caramel, and now the recipe just says to take 1 can of dulce de leche, and I'm going to mix this in. Got the filling up to a scalding hot, bubble, sugary burn. Pour that in. This is a lot of very sweet stuff in this pie. So I'm interested to see how the banana affects the flavor. Fill that with water immediately. Okay, what next? What more? What does Mary have to say? Chill for at least 30 minutes until set. Okay, in it goes. Okay, we're back. We've been chilling in the refrigerated ice box for a bit, so it's cooled down significantly. It's time to cut up some bananas, some chunky sliced bananas. The book says 2 bananas, and I need these to be cut into chunky slices. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. I have Hamilton stuck in my head. The King George from Hamilton. He cracks me up every time I watch that. Okay, so I want fairly chunky slices is what it says. What exactly a chunky slice is, I don't know. Maybe just shy of an inch thick. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. Da 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 da. Okay, two bananas, but it's not enough. Maybe the slice is too chunky. I'm gonna cut some more bananas until I have enough to fill this thing up. Da 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 da. And am I being careful about making sure all the slices are exact? No. It's going to get covered over with whipped cream. Okay. It's not precise, but again, we're covering this with whipped cream, so I'm betting it's not that serious. This combination, this combination of the toffee and the banana smell, with a little bit of the buttery graham cracker crumb, it's already smelling pretty tasty. Let's whip some cream. What does Mary say? Spread whipped cream over the bananas to cover them completely so they do not discolor. Everything else I already had in stock in the house when I decided to make this. It did not have whipped cream, but I have a cheat code for whipped cream. So I'm going to start with a cup of whole milk, half a cup of whole milk. I'm using Dream Whip. My grandma always used this. I like to use it sometimes. If you don't have whipped cream, it's a handy little thing to have in your back pocket to pull out to whip up. And if you do have whipped cream, this is a really good stabilizer, so it holds its shape and doesn't get soft and watery over time. Especially if you're like making a pie today to take somewhere tomorrow. Put a packet of Dream Whip in and keeps it nice and sturdy. I don't know if you have it in the UK. I'm sure you have something similar. And a little bit of vanilla. A lot of vanilla. Oops. And just whip it up. Okie dokie. Now I'm just going to pour or spread this whipped cream over there. Now I'm just going to sift some cocoa powder over it. Whoa, shizel. Then I need to refrigerate this for another 2 hours before I can serve it, but it already looks tasty and hefty. Back in 2 hours. All right, it is taste test time. Banoffee Pie using Mary Berry's recipe. Very excited to try it. Again, the name Banoffee Pie sounds aggressively British. The flavor combination of toffee and banana also seems just aggressively British to me. And I've heard about this and I never really understood what it was. So I'm excited to give it a try. Let's just go right in. Make sure I get a little bit of everything. Very tasty. I was very, very worried about the filling being too sweet. And it's definitely on the sweet end. Not something you're going to have all the time. But the crust is not terribly sweet with the graham cracker and the butter, so that cuts through it. The banana, having those nice thick chunky slices of banana, really cuts through it a lot, and tones down the sweetness of it. And then just the nice whipped cream. This Dream Whip is not terribly sweet, so again, not having an overly sweet whipped cream is good. And the cocoa powder, actually, the bitterness, the natural bitterness of the chocolate helps tone down the sweetness as well. Like I said, it's a little bit on the sweet side for me. Hello, Pearl. Ma'am, I'm trying to do a taste test. You just gonna settle down there? Sorry if the back of my cat's head is in view. She just decided to lay down there. Come here, kitty. You're just gonna sit there? Okay, she's gonna settle down right there. So flavor-wise, what do I want to rate this? It's a little bit sweet for my taste, but still very, very delicious. Something I would have as an occasional treat. And it's definitely a unique flavor combo that I've not tried before. I find it really interesting. Caramel sort of toffee flavor, the banana, the graham cracker crust with a nice whipped cream, and a little bit of the natural bitter astringency from the cocoa powder. It all works together well. Again, individual components, I'm like, I don't know about it, but when all the components are together, it's very, very tasty, which I think British food does very well, surprisingly well. The individual components seem odd until you have them all together, and the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So I'm going to give this, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. That's not a negative review in this case. It's very, very tasty. It's just when it comes to desserts, it's not top tier for me, but it's a solid one that I would probably make again in the future occasionally. This was a pretty quick video to make, pretty quick tasting to do. I had originally planned to make a roast dinner, and then just logistically it fell through. I started looking at how much work was going to go into all the timing and everything. So I still got to figure out how to film that. But I am thinking, let me know if you'd like to see me do that. I'm thinking about doing a pork loin because I looked at the recipes, and British pork loin include like a crackling, like a crispy skin, which that is a cut of meat that you can't get here in the States for love nor money. Our pork loins don't include the skin. I can get pig skin, pork skin from other sources, So I would have to do the roast pork loin and the skin separately. I thought about making the roast pork loin, Yorkshire pudding, roasted potatoes, and Brussels sprouts as like a starter set. Let me know how you feel about that as my first roast dinner foray. But that is all that I have for you today. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps more than you can know. If you have not already and you would like to, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the future. Are you just going to hang out here from now on, Pearly? Yeah? Do you think that's comfortable? I was trying to film. I'm doing a taste test.